to the Cavendish Arms. This is Comedy Virgins. This is the Comedy Concentrate. Tonight we'll be presenting you with 10 comedians, each performing just 1 minute of concentrated comedy. Why only 1 minute, you ask? Because that way the show's only 10 minutes long. If they did 5 minutes, we'd be here for 2 hours. It would be boring. It's fast, it's fun, it's furious. It's the Comedy Concentrate. We have you watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, we need you to help out. We need you to join in. This is not a passive experience. This is something I want you to join in with. Make some noise at home. Practice your vocals. Practice your clapping. One day you'll be allowed out to watch music and comedy and theatre. When you lose this, you'll lose the ability. So clap, practice, shout, do it. Make as much noise as you can right now, wherever you are. YouTube, I also want you sending messages. Come on, all you guys, send some messages, send some thumbs up. Let the comedians know what you think of them. What about those comedians? Where are they? You're probably wondering. I'm going to show you. They're in the dressing room with Shirley. Let's have a quick look, Shirley. Let's see the guys. Hey! Come on, guys, give us a wave. Let's see them waving, clapping, cheering. They're a lovely bunch. They're going to entertain you for 1 minute only, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready?
Yay!
Wait a minute. Comedians, I can hear you, but I can't hear everybody out there in the world on YouTube. I'm just going to try and see if we can hear it yet. So first of all, a big cheer from the comedians. Woo! Woo! Now a big cheer from all the YouTubers. Lazy fucks. One day we'll be able to hear them. One day we'll hear them clapping. One day we'll hear them shouting. But for now, we'll have to accept their messages and their thumbs up. And we'll get all the applause from the comedians as we welcome to the screen the first act of the night, ladies and gentlemen, ready to perform just for you. Please send us some love. It's the fabulous, the amazing, the wonderful, the superb Gemma Beasley.
Hey.
Good evening. Hello. So what's been keeping me busy this week? First thing, I've sorted my shoes into alphabetical order. And I sat on the internet for 3 hours looking for a photo of an ugly Swedish person. Doesn't exist. Well, look at ABBA, spot the Norwegian, right? So anyone, only for people over the age of 60 for that one. And I found out that despite their ditzy candy floss appearance, that poodles are actually the second most intelligent dog. Having a hyper intelligent brain in an ugly body must be tough, trust me. So I was wondering, like, what is the etiquette with yawning and coughing on Zoom, right? Because in real life we'd cover our mouths to yawn, right? But I don't see why should I cover my mouth when I yawn on Zoom? Because I'm yawning a lot on Zoom, I must say. Because I love a good yawn. I love a good yawn. And as someone that's given birth, yawning is the only involuntary bodily function that doesn't make me wet myself a little bit. So I enjoy it. I did have a look to see why it is that we cover our mouths when we yawn, because it's not like we're, coughing or vomiting or anything. And apparently in the olden days, they said that yawning left you susceptible to demons entering through your mouth. Now, it's the opposite for me. As soon as I open my mouth, nothing is coming inside me, evil or otherwise. Cheers! See you next week.
Yay!
Come on, send her a message if you're watching on YouTube. Type her a little message, send her some thumbs up, let her know what you think. We're going to move really swiftly on. We're going to get the next act on, and to do that, I want to see all the comedians. Get your arms up in the air, comedians. Let's have a look at them, Shirley. And get them flapping like this until they're weird. Get them till they're blurry. Come on. Lay your hands, open your mouth, shouting and cheering. As we welcome to the screen, the next act is Simon Reza.
Hey!
There he is.
I love coming on here and listening to what you've all been doing on lockdown, especially Gemma. So I've been spending all day, a bit like Gemma, reading crap online, conspiracy theories. I watch a lot of Netflix. I have had enough of Zoom quizzes, though. They've taken them too far now. One of the questions that I got asked this week was, which celebrity is creating a Broadway musical from the perspective of Michael Jackson's glove? Who wants to pay 90 quid to watch? No, Michael, no, I don't want to get involved. Little boy. yeah, basically, I spend a lot of time on my phone, a lot of time eating, quite a lot of time masturbating. Sometimes I do 3 at the same time. And still, whack it on my CV. So I've tried a few little online Zoom dates as well. They're not really going anywhere. We've got fuck all to talk about. And I found it's really hard to catfish on video versus pictures. So I'm going to say Has anyone else put on a bit of lockdown weight?
Yeah.
Well, any bastards on this call because that was only like 3 of you. I was moaning to one of my mates about it the other day, and she sent me this link for like a hypnotherapist, and I thought, all right, clicked on it. She does like a free online consultation, so I gave it a go. She seemed all right, but she said that the next few sessions would be £75 a pop, so I kind of wanted to work out how many she thought I'd need, and she did that really generic, you know, everyone's journey is different, Simon. How long? It depends, Karen. Are you wrapping it around my stomach or my cock? Because you're going to get very different parts. People that are not to the point. I've had a little butchers as well on the internet, like I said, and I found some cool stuff. And something I'm really proud of, actually. Muslims are doing pretty well in the media right now. I think it's mainly because most of the hardcore racists are really preoccupied on the Chinese at the moment. And Boris has announced that we won't be having any big gatherings until the end of the year, so all of the extremists are furloughed indefinitely. I don't really care what makes it happen. I'm taking a win for the team. That was me. Thank you, everyone. Simon Reza.
Hey.
That was Simon Reza. If you're watching on YouTube, send him a message. Send that boy a message. Type it and send him a thumbs up. Let you know what you thought. Did you like him? Simon Reza.
Hey.
Whoa! Should we move on to some more? Are you ready? I'm ready, but are you ready? I'm watching you in there. I know whether you're clapping and cheering and shouting. Comedians, I know whether you're joining in. Adrian Taus, you're being lazy. Let me see your hands moving, please. Everybody, hands above the table so we can see them, please. And moving backwards and forwards as we introduce the next act to the screen. Please, clapping, cheering, shouting. Welcome, Emma Grinter.
Hey.
So I've been staying with my sister during lockdown. This whole corona crisis has really made me think what's important in life, you know? Family, friends, the option to flush that toilet during the night. Now, I mean, seriously, what matters more than family, you know? Apart from being able to live your life without constant judgment. You know, if I didn't have sisters, how would I even know when I've gained weight? So during lockdown, I spent a bit of time on TikTok. When I say a bit of time, what I mean is basically I have nothing else in my life right now. That's it. Yeah. So for those of you who are in my age bracket who perhaps don't know what TikTok is, it's a video platform where people upload videos, and they're doing the kind of thing that in the 1990s we would have blamed on snakebite and black. These people are sober. Yeah. Thanks very much. I'm Emma Grinter.
Please send her a message, send her a thumbs up, send her some love hearts. Let her know that you appreciate what she's doing. These comedians are out there writing material. They've got nowhere to show it but here. This Comedy Virtues, the Comedy Concentrate, is somewhere for comedians to try out new material or for new comedians to try comedy for the first time. So you're supporting that by watching. Thank you very much. We're going to get the next act on. We're going to do it by getting the comedians to make a load of noise. If they don't make a load of noise, we'll shut the show off. Comedians, let's tell us what you're doing. The fabulous Mr. George I. Come on, George.
How are you doing? So performance finish in under 1 minute. Been there, done that before. She wasn't impressed. My therapist told me to try stand-up comedy, mainly to get out of my comfort zone, and yet I'm doing stand-up comedy from the comfort of my own bedroom. So let's start by addressing, I mean, that's because of Corona lockdown. So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Cheers. No, actually, the real elephant in the room is not really that one. It's mainly my hat and my accent a bit. So mainly I'm Syrian. I'm from Syria, yeah. So normally I would be on a train commuting to work. My mobile would ring and I would pick up and talk to my mom in Arabic, and then I suddenly would become what you'd refer to as see it, say it, sorted.
Yeah.
Not anymore, because now apparently I'm not as scary as not even a small single innocent Asian person even coughing. So yeah, life changing, fortunately. So yeah, lockdown, terrible. Weirdly, the weather has become suddenly amazing when we are in a lockdown. So the weather forecast on the TV has become just like female tennis. It sounds very sexy and arousing. However, no one is getting any kind of benefit out of it because everyone is staying at home. Managing my diet has become terrible. I'm trying to use my mobile phone, but one app on my mobile tells me to count all my calories. The app just next to it tells me just eat. Yeah, and I really miss pubs because my last time at a pub, it wasn't really the best. I ordered a Bloody Mary, but the bartender forgot to put any vodka in it, so I think I got Virgin Mary instead. But anyway, that's it. So if I took an extra time, it's a habit I picked up from sex. That's all from me. I'm George. Thank you.
Send George a message, let you know what you thought. Type that message now. Come on YouTube, you can do it. Type that message, send him some thumbs up, send him some love. Sometimes people ask why, as a host, do I simply introduce one act after another without actually talking and telling any jokes myself? The reason is I'm not funny. We're going to get someone else on that's funny. Please start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting as we welcome to the screen, Mr. Frank Alien!
Go on, Frank.
Thank you. Bonsoir, everyone. I'm so glad to be here in this magnificent venue. When I started comedy, I knew I would end up right here in my living room. So during the lockdown, I've been stuck here with some horrible flatmates, and they keep calling themselves my family. It's a typical French family. We have croissant for breakfast, escargot for lunch, and the rest of the day we have déjà vu. A fucking day. So I never thought I would say that, but please, can we have our Brexit back now? I'm struggling with social distancing. I usually kiss strangers just to say hello. And you've seen Boris Johnson when he came up with a presentation about his R number, the reproduction rate. It's a weird way to announce the birth of your own child. This child has a name, you know, boys. It's not just a number between 5 and 10. When Boris was in hospital, people were saying, it's wrong to wish a man's death. I didn't, but I have regret now. The champagne is still in the fridge. Because I have to admit, I like my Boris just like my champagne, cold. On this refreshing note is my very own Joe Wicks. So start clapping, start cheering. Show for Dave, yes!
Yay! Thank you. I wonder where it has gone. He's stolen it. He stole my grey hat. Give him a round of applause. Come on. Good messaging. That was Frank Alien. Come on, let you know what he thinks. Come on, type it. Send him a message. Come on. You can do it. Come on. If you haven't yet, do it now. Come on, send one. You can do it. Are they doing it? They're doing it. I think so. It's time for the next act. Please start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping, start the hands blurring like crazy. We welcome to the stage Mr. Jack McKenna!
Good to be here, guys. Great to be back in the Cavendish Arms. I'm really back in rural Ireland. I'm back in my childhood home, and I've kind of realised that I've always kind of been in quarantine growing up here. I don't know why people were kind of reacting and surprised over the coronavirus. I mean, it was all over the Chinese headlines, COVID-19, breathtaking. So I've moved in with my girlfriend, and she's from Spain. So I've decided I'm going to start learning Spanish so I can read her text messages, especially on her phone and when she's asleep. I just want to know who the fuck Pepe is. She says, "Oh, that's my dad." I'm like, "Oh, you've got another daddy." I've been putting on a bit of weight here in quarantine, but I'm not the only one. Do you ever realize that the words fit and fat are almost the same word, except the I and fit just looks like it's let itself go. And on this, guys, my grandfather always said to me, Jack, they're not always going to like you. So if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. This explains why he drowned there last year. Thanks, guys. Free Jack.
Come on, send him some messages and send him some love. Let him know what you think if you're out there. I happen to know out there we got Kevin O'Reilly from Core Transport delivering stuff all the way across Northamptonshire and the Midlands. He asked me to do that. I did see a job recently. It did say that somewhere they were looking for large van drivers, and he's pretty fat. So Kev, get their number. Get in touch with them. Thanks for watching, Kevin. Please. Hands together. Start the clapping. Start the cheering. Start the shouting and the roofing as we welcome to the stage the amazing Sir Matt Duggan.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Hey, cool. Thanks. Nice to be here. Where are you from? Doesn't really work in an empty flat, does it? All I've really done is managed to make the cat look at me weird, which is odd because I don't own a cat. So lockdown has been sort of interesting for me. I say interesting, what I mean is horrific. Lockdown obviously has been happening, but at the same time my 9.5-year relationship came to an end at the start of lockdown, and a couple of weeks ago my granddad died. So I'm currently absolutely smashing it at Crap Life Bingo. It's I mean it's fine. I'm still winning, guys, don't worry. I've definitely checked them all off, and I've won myself a mental breakdown. But basically, my granddad died of sorry, hang on a minute. This is embarrassing. Died of I've completely forgotten it. Dementia. That's it. Died of dementia, and fortunately, it's not catching. Doesn't run in the family. Better get that checked, actually. Anyway, so basically my whole time during lockdown has been governed by abrupt endings, which don't really feel very nice. So basically I wanted to tell you all that it's over between us. I don't love you anymore.
Give a round of applause. What do you think he needs to know? Send him a message. Let him know. Don't forget, Core Transport. All your transport needs in Northampton. Please give them a call if you need to get some transport in Northampton. Sorry, guys, we're sponsored now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the next act up. Are you ready? Yeah. Calm it down. Calm it down before we get the next act on, okay? This guy been coming to Comedy Virgins for 13 years. No. We've only been running it for 11. I will turn up all of the time. Now, he's not that good. But we pretend he is. He finishes. Could you send loads of messages for him and tell him he's good? Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage one of our favourite acts at Comedy Virgins. Has been coming out for years. He always steals the show. It's the fabulous, the amazing Mr. Brendan O'Donoghue. Come on!
Hey, very much for that great intro, Dave. Anyway, yes, indeed, lockdown. I've been thinking about lockdown. I mean, there's a lot of separated love in lockdown. Maybe it should be rebranded, cockdown. I don't know. There we are, the first cheat joke thing. You get your money's worth here. But I looked at the website, this, what is it, eHarmony, and I saw they had on their website, they had this thing saying, we match your clients perfectly so that you get butterflies and not the hump. I mean, come on. The only reason that they're actually signing up is so they get the hump. You know what I mean? They are signing up. They've resorted to the internet. But I was thinking anyway, they match you perfectly. They match you perfectly. I mean, so what would end up with you? You'd end up with your twin brother. You know what I mean? That's a perfect match. So you end up getting humped by your twin brother. Yay! I can do that any Saturday night. Why would I want to pay for it? You must come to Ireland. Anyway, but anyway, listen, I did try internet dating. I did, yeah. I met a beautiful woman online. When I met her offline, she was an ugly fucking bloke. Any port in a storm, and it's blowing a gale, let me tell you, it's blowing a gale. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Enjoy the weather, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Hey! General, that was absolutely awful. Brendan O'Donoghue, please send some messages and pretend you like it. Come on, let's cheer the man up. Let's send him some messages. The amazing Mr. Brendan O'Donoghue. Hey, Brendan, can I keep you there for a minute?
Yeah.
Actually, I was doing a bit of a Google around about, I like everybody else, Googling like coronavirus cures. And it turns out there's a team of Canadian scientists, right? And they're testing whether or not marijuana compounds can block the coronavirus infection. They've tested 400 so far. 400 of these compounds. Of course they have.
Yeah, still not yet.
Does that work? No,
yeah, not yet. Worse, not yet.
No. Are you high? No, just a high temperature. What do you think? What do you think, Brendan? Do you think? Because what I'm doing, I'm also helping try and find a cure for coronavirus. They're doing it by testing all the marijuana. I've been doing it by eating and watching box sets to see if in any way that'll get a cure.
I've just been fighting with my dog. That seems to work.
Cure
too many shits
Brendan
on the garden.
O'Donoghue for coronavirus. Fighting with his dog.
Throw it over the neighbour's fence. That gets rid of the social distancing. You know what I mean?
Brendan O'Donoghue making it up as he goes along. Give him a round of applause. Stop the shouting for the next act. Please welcome to the screen the smooth, the suave, the sophisticated Mr. Adrian Taus.
Hey. Hello. That is quite an introduction. Thank you. I just full disclosure, I have stopped preparing for these gigs. So this is just going to be a sort of stream. You know what? Last time I talked about how I keep forgetting about the clap for the NHS, right? It happened again. I just happened to go for my daily walk around about 8 o'clock every day with my headphones on, and every single time I'm surprised that people are clapping around me. Now I was walking around, and there was a neighbor. I hadn't quite met him yet, and I was like taking my headphones off because he was clapping and making eye contact with me, and I smiled and go, "Oh yeah, it's the thing," and he went, "Yeah, it's the thing." And I was like, "Hey, okay." So I stood there clapping with him next to his front door for a second, and just going, I'm gonna go. And I just started walking, but still clapping down the street, like some sort of clapping police, looking at everyone. Yes, clapping. I just can't get it right. I need to go for my walk at a different time of day. It's just not. Okay, so what's happening? I have decided to only get takeout now when it's healthy. So I'm only ordering healthy takeaways now. I haven't had a takeaway for 3 weeks, but my fridge is full of cheese. I'm gonna go Fadrian again. It's gonna happen again. I'm gonna get fat again. And my flatmate just bought a bike. It reminded me of a story about. He said, "Like, you can have a ride on my bike." It's great. It's like, I don't really want to. I'm not a big fan of bikes. And I thought, why am I not a big fan of bikes? And I remember the last memory I have of a bike is when I was about 14. My bike got not nicked behind the bike shed. It just got disassembled and spread all across the football pitch. So I came home. I came out of school having to basically confronted with the task of reassembling my own bike, which I was never going to do. And I was quite happy that happened because I hated that bike. It made my thighs like chafe. So I just left it there. And it reminded me that probably like 1,000 years, there'll be some archaeologists digging up that field, complexed with this puzzle of what is this? What is this? Kind of like thinking it's some sort of, some sort of clues, some sort of Da Vinci Code mystery with a very disappointing ending of it just being some fat kid's bike. I think if anything, what I've proved tonight is that I should start preparing for these gigs. But that's been me. Thank you, guys.
Adrian Taus, ladies and gentlemen. Listeners, you know what he thinks. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, the story about bikes, not my favourite transport. I prefer vans. In Northampton, if you're looking to get food delivered over Northampton in a van, not a bike, call Kevin from Core Transport. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the last act of the night. Are you ready for the last act of the night? Clapping, start the tuning, start the shouting, start the music. Make some noise. Come on, play your hands. Welcome to the stage. The one, the only, Steph Araton!
Guys. Hello, I hope you're all well. We obviously had our 8 p.m. clap off, is what we're calling it, on our street. And my dad actually won because he clapped the loudest. So that's how that works. But he did then come into the house and he was like, oh, I've got to wash my hands. I just touched myself. So I was like, it's commitment to sanitation. So I'm very proud of him right now. I hope you are all having a lovely lockdown. I am obviously in the French Alps, as you can tell. Obviously in my childhood bedroom, guys, which I repainted only last year. So that's me winning at life. So obviously, as everyone is right now, I am completely isolated and totally alone, just reliving my childhood, really, because like Jack, I'm an only child as well. Me and Jack, we were basically born in isolation, guys. You merely adopted it, all right? I am so used to this, raised with this. I am so used to playing with myself. Not in that way. Not in that way. Wash your hands, guys. But keep supporting the Cav, guys. Keep donating, keep laughing, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you. That was me.
Send us an emoji, send us a love. Thank you very much, Steph. Steph ended up her set on a very important note. We run the Cavendish Arms. It's a venue that allows musicians and comedians and performers to try stuff for the first time. It's where people start their careers. Without places like the Cavendish Arms, there wouldn't be things like Saturday Night at the Apollo. We're hoping to open again in July. We don't know how long we'll be able to keep going for because we haven't got any money coming in. Nobody has bought a pint for 3 months. We haven't even poured any tap water for comedians for 3 months. We need you to help. We need your help. This is my bucket. Normally at the Cavendish, we put some money in to keep the comedy going to support new comedy. Shirley tells me that you won't be able to put money into this bucket, so you'll need to do it on the PayPal thing that I'll be showing at the end or showing on here. If you're watching on YouTube and we get about 150, 200 views, please don't just watch, donate some money, help keep us going, help us support comedians to keep going. And Kevin from Core Transport, if I don't see at least 50 quid from you, I'll be rubbishing your transport services in next week's show. I never know what to do at this point because Shirley never tells you where it's going to end, so I can simply improvise. I don't know.
Wow, that was brutal.